get to work, and I'ma gauge my progress by the sign of the word. Now I ain't yet a success, but yes, the word that I stress, cause by the time you hear the CD count,
make a business for yourself, boy. Set some goals. Make a fat diamond out of dusty coals, right? Outcast, bombs over Baghdad. You already know. Yo, so check it out. What am I talking about? Why did I pick that as a quote, right? Is make a business for yourself, boy. Set some goals. Is that so many times, right? We sitting here going to work, and the boss or whoever it is telling us like, yo, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do the other thing, right? And we kill the game. We're like, yeah, you know what I mean? We awesome employees, right? For a business that ain't even ours. Now, I understand it's work, right? We got to do it so we get that money, right? Because why? We value money, right? Check this out. This is like a twisty, turvy little roll here, but I hope you understand what I'm saying, right? Is that so many people do the work that their employers tell them they got to do, right? And they do it well. They take pride in it, you know what I'm saying? And they may not necessarily like going to work, right? That's the reason why we got this Make It Happen Mondays, because everybody be talking about, oh, I got a case of the Mondays. I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like doing that. And the most prominent reason that I've been seeing, right, is because they don't really got a goal in mind. They know they got a big long-term goal, or a goal that should be a long-term goal, right? Is I want to make $100,000. I want to make $500,000. Or I want to become a millionaire. I want to become a billionaire. Whatever it is. I want to lose 100 pounds. I want to gain 50 pounds. I want to, whatever it is that their goal is, right? Is that they prioritize what it is they got to do for work over what it is they got to do for themselves. And again, you guessed it, is that it's about your mindset. Is that, and I understand. I want you to understand that I understand, right? I want you to understand that I understand that you understand that I understand, right? Here's what I'm talking about, is that the priority that we give our jobs or our careers is super duper high, right? Why? Is it because we really like doing whatever it is that we're doing? Hey, if you love what it is that you do, more power to you. Congratulations, because that's where it is everybody should be striving to get to, right? But most of us, a lot of us, some of us, right? I don't want to exaggerate nor underplay the game, right? But we are not where it is that we want to be at, where it is that we're enjoying life at, right? We ain't going to work every day and be like, yo, I love doing XYZ, whatever that is, right? And the reason why they still attack that task or those tasks with such, reverence, motivation, whatever, is because they value the outcome of their job, right? And sometimes, look, and I'm not even saying they necessarily need to be productive within that job if they hourly wage employees, right? But they like the value that comes from doing the job. Is going to work, you get a paycheck, right? And that paycheck, I'm telling you, that's super important, right? Because, shoot, even romance without finance, ain't no romance at all, right? Stuff like that. So they value the money that comes at the end of it, right? So check this out. That's cool. You want that money, right? Why? Because everything you can do with the money. You can take care of your family. You can take care of yourself. You can buy yourself that new ride. You can invest. You can, whatever it is. You can buy yourself a house. You can put money in the stock market. You can just save money. You know what I mean? Maybe you could buy yourself a pair of J's. Maybe it was that you wanted to buy your son or daughter a pair of J's. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, right? But whatever it is, it's the cash that comes from the job, right? I know everybody heard when you go on a plane, right? And I think it's cabin pressure. I've even used the example before, you know what I'm saying? And the thing pops down and they say to put yours on first so you can help everybody else, right? What good are you at your job if you can't make it to your job? You see what I'm saying? What good are you to anyone else, even if they're paying you, if you ain't no good to yourself, right? So what I'm saying is, in this quote of make a business for yourself, boy, set some goals, is set some personal goals, right? I understand everybody wakes up, right? They either set their alarm, they got this whole morning routine where they wake up, eat breakfast, so they out the door to either catch the bus or ride the bike or drive their car, carpool, however it is they're going to get to work, right? But they got this whole thing to go to a job that isn't necessarily bettering them, except for the cash value at the end. Okay. Now, this might not be for everybody, but I know I'm talking to somebody out there, right? You need to set personal goals. If you went to work as hard as you go to work, or at least as consistent, right? Because like I said, some people go to work, but they ain't necessarily working, right? But if you are as consistent as you are and going to your regular job as you are working on yourself, you'll be a totally different person in less than a year. You know what I'm saying? It's incremental. It's GPO, gradual progressive overload. Incremental changes will yield to incremental differences that ultimately will allow you to reach that long-term goal. See what I'm saying? Listen, this ain't rocket science. You know, I'm not a rocket scientist. You know what I'm saying? So it can't be rocket science. But what I am is somebody who went through some quite a bit of trials and tribulations. I would say most of them self-imposed because, again, I got this different mindset that I control my life, I control my destiny, and that all external factors I can influence. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get there. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't there yet. But it took me a while to get there, but I am. So I would say now, looking back, is that almost, if not all, of my trials and tribulations was self-imposed, right? But some people ain't there yet, and I wasn't there yet. I damn sure wasn't when I was going through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, nah, I'm doing this and I'm good. But if this would have, or if this person wouldn't, or it's because this person looks at me, or this person said, or this person closed the door, or this organization, whatever, right? There's a whole bunch of excuses that are outside of me, right? But check it, is that when I'm, the value that you're seeing from that cash flow that comes in, the value that you have in your life, the oxygen mask that comes down that you got to put on yourself, you got to put it on yourself first. You got to set goals for yourself first. You need to work hard for yourself first. You see what I'm saying? I know I took like 7 million turns to get to this point, right? But I'm hoping that it resonated a little bit. Is that, you know, I know I used to have a job where they had objective settings, development settings, and quarterly meetings that they would check to see what it is and where, what it is that your goals were, how you were achieving them and all that. You know what I'm saying? But primarily they were related to your job. Why aren't we doing that for ourselves, right? Check this out. I'm about 6-something minutes inside of this thing, you know what I'm saying? And I haven't given you any actionable items yet. I just been kind of painting that picture, you know what I'm saying? So build a business for yourself, boy. Set some goals, you know what I'm saying? Make a fat diamond out of dusty coals. Yes, I am a dusty coal. You are that dusty coal. And this whole process of life that we got is creating ourselves into diamonds, right? So I'm going to give you some actionable items once again, because that was the whole theme of this summertime Make It Happen Mondays, right? Was actionable items, right? So check this out. Number 1, work less. I'm waiting because I know everybody's going to be like, what you mean work less? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying work, meaning task type stuff, work less, but build a whole lot more. What am I talking about? Well, check this out again, because I like hip hop and all that. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre was building, right? I mean, you can start from NWA, right? Snoop Dogg, Eminem, right? And then from Eminem to 50 Cent, right? He just kept building. He's got this, I believe it's Aftermath, right? He's got this whole lineup that's all his. And he started out as just somebody who was making beats. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't seen the NWA movie, you should watch it. You know what I'm saying? I liked it. But anyway, so he was building, right? He wasn't just, if he was just focused on tasks, if he was just going to work every day, he would just make a beat, cool, go ahead, make a beat, cool, keep it moving, right? But I mean, I've been watching all these videos and stuff about other people who went into Dr. Dre's studio, and they be, I mean, yo, he be telling some straight up pioneers, like, go ahead, do it again. I don't know, do it again. You know what I mean? And he'll just have you go back in and keep on doing it because he's not just doing his job. He's building. You see what I'm saying? And that's where you need to get to, is you need to build. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, you ain't going to be getting what it is that you are looking to get, right? You don't want to go to work and just be administrative. Listen, if we at a place right now where you have to go to work, I'm not saying quit your job. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm never going to tell you any specific thing to do to get there. Wherever it is you're trying to get to, I can give you steps on how to create the mindset to be able to overcome any obstacles, to be able to drive on past any trials and tribulations, right? To be able to problem solve and troubleshoot, right? And so that you can get to where it is that you want to go. You see what I'm saying? But if you're just going to your job, because that's where we are in life right now, and you're just in a straight administrative mindset, meaning I got to do this because this is what's in front of me right now, and when I'm done with this, I got to do this because that's the next step. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing it right. Okay. Get your job done, but start building. Start trying to find like-minded people. Start trying to find other tasks or things that interest you that you might be able to build upon even outside of work. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You want to get there, because check this out. 1 + 1 = 2. Yeah. If you build it, you're going to end up getting to what you want. You know what I'm saying? Or at least it's going to be a whole lot easier for you to get there. You need to build, right? Build, not just administrative. You need to build, right? Make it happen. Second thing I'm going to tell you is work out. Work out. Listen, a healthy person is much more likely to feel confident about whatever it is that they're doing. I'm telling you, whatever it is that they're doing. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not even telling you need to do cardio. I'm not telling you need to do weight training. I'm not saying you need to do Pilates or you need to do body weight. I'm not saying any of those things. I'm just saying work out. You need to start getting healthier. I'm telling you right now is that you can feel more motivated. You'll be on your road to achieving your goals, all of that stuff. And you'll feel it, even if you're in the same place. Like, if I don't work out and I'm not healthy and I'm in this place, I'm going to feel a whole lot worse about the spot that I'm in if I was in the same spot, but I was healthy. I'm telling you, it's everything. Your body is a temple, you know what I'm saying? And just because you lifting weights, it's still impacting your mind, right? Just because you running this up, it's still impacting your mind, your heart, your body, your soul, your spirit, everything. It's all together, right? The farmer don't sit here and ask, am I gonna get crops this year, right? He just does what he knows he's supposed to do, right? And I'm not a farmer, so I don't know, maybe till the soil, plant the seeds, whatever it is. But he does his farmer stuff, and he knows that it's going to yield his crops when it's time to pick the crops, whatever it is, harvest, when it's harvest time. You know what I'm saying? It's not that difficult. It ain't rocket science. It's all in here, and you just got to do it, right? So work less, build more, right? Work out, right? Think about what it is that you want and write it down. Whatever it is that you want. It don't matter how realistic it is. If you want it, write it down. And I'm going to tell you, say it out loud, right? Check this out. I got my water, right? And I was telling you that, by the way, I've been at 50 ounces for the last 3 days. Today I'm going to break 60. So we on our way to that 110 ounces, right? That's a good thing. A little sidebar. I'm doing this water thing, right? And I got other people who join in the water game with me. You know what I'm saying? So I held up my bottle of water in front of the mirror and I was like, I'm going to drink this entire bottle of water. I'm going to get to my 60 ounces today. Watch me make it happen. And yo, I'm telling you, some people might think that that's kind of bugged out. Like, yo, man, you're talking to yourself in the mirror. But it works. I'm telling you, it's positive incantations. And you're looking at yourself and you're saying, watch me make it happen. When are you going to look at somebody? Imagine if you went to your job and you told your boss, yeah, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to knock it out. Watch this. Watch me make it happen. Even if you don't use watch me make it happen, but whatever your business professional parallel is saying that, right? Got it, boss, whatever, right? And imagine you don't do it. There's going to be some consequences and repercussions, right? So hold yourself accountable the same way. You see what I'm saying? Tell yourself you're going to do it. Write it down. By saying it, by writing it, all of that. You know, people even take pictures of what it is that they want to look like, right? Cut their picture out and put it on there, right? I don't do that, but I haven't done that anyway, you know what I mean? But I don't see that it's a bad idea. You need to be able to write it down. You need to be able to speak it, because if it just stays in the back of your mind, that's where it's going to stay, right? I'm sure you've seen The Secret and all that stuff, right? Last week I was talking about attracting, right? Becoming yourself, making yourself more attractive, right? And that's The Secret. So many people watch The Secret or have read The Secret and they understand the mindset, but what they lacking is the action that comes from the mindset. You know what I'm saying? Everything out here is the external representation of whatever it is that you're feeling inside, right? Outward expression of inward feelings. You see what I'm saying? So if you all jacked up outside, it's because your mind ain't right. If you focused and you good outside, it means that your mind is at least better than the person that ain't right. You see what I'm saying? Say it out loud, because there's this metamorphosis that happens within the mind, that mindset, just like The Secret I'm saying, right, is that you end up understanding the mindset. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. But then you pause or you stop when it comes to the actions that you're getting motivated to do, because you got the right mindset. It's all connected together. You see what I'm saying? Don't fight it. Fight the negative mindset, but once you get that mindset into a positive, you're good to go, all right? Work less, build more, work out. Whatever you want, write it down, right? And say it out loud, okay? Go to different workshops and seminars. Whatever. If you can't necessarily, education is key, dog. I'm telling you, if you can't go to college, or if you don't want to go to college, or if you think it's a waste, fine, but you need to continue to educate yourself. And that's why I didn't say college. I said workshops and seminars, right? Depending on what it is that you want to do. If you want to be a speaker, if you want to be an electrician, if you want to be a computer programmer, if you want to be a singer, if you want to be a dancer, if you want to be a lawn specialist, right? There's workshops and seminars all over the place. If for nothing else, you're building up your network. But I'm hoping that you're gaining some knowledge, right? So that you can become a master of whatever it is that you're trying to do. You see what I'm saying? But don't snooze on the network, because I'm telling you, the network is key. The jobs that you can do, the tasks that you need to accomplish will be accomplished a whole lot easier, more streamlined, probably even safer, right? With a lot less hard work, much more smart work when you have a network of people who can help you out. You see what I'm saying? And you may not need everybody or even anybody all the time, right? But to have them there ready to go. But remember, part of a network is you need to provide value as well. So make sure that you provide value as well as seeking value to whatever network it is that you're building, right? Working less, building more. Work out. Whatever you want, write it down and say it out loud. And do some workshops and seminars, right? Listen, watch what you eat. I should have put that right next to that whole working out one, right? But it doesn't matter. I'll put these down and I'm like, if they could follow these, man, they would see differences. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, I know you could see differences. So many people are sitting there like, no, well, are they soft stepping their goals? It's, yeah, I want this, but I'm going to try. Nah, you ain't going to try. You're going to do it, right? Listen, life is life. If you sit there and you say, I'm going to try something and you don't accomplish it, okay, what happens? Nothing, right? I mean, unless you made an obligation to somebody else and there's consequential repercussions, right? But if you make a promise to yourself, you give your word to yourself, and then you end up not doing it, that's all right, right? Who should be the most understanding person to yourself? You should be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying be easy on yourself. If all of a sudden you don't keep your word to yourself, you need to come down on yourself about not keeping your word, right? But then at the same time, you know what I mean? It's the hammer. I forget what it is, but it's the good and the bad, right? Is that you got the negative. Listen, you got to stop lying to yourself, right? Pablo, stop telling yourself you're going to do something and not doing it, right? But then the second one is because I know you can. You see what I'm saying? Believe in yourself. All I'm doing right now is I'm showing you how to give yourself positive self-talk. And all of this stuff is encapsulated within Watch Me Make It Happen. That's all it is. All right? Drink water. Eat good. Positive in, positive out. I'm talking about visions, sounds, thoughts, food, liquids. You see what I'm saying? Is positive in, positive out. They say that you should be having at least half an ounce of water for every pound that you weigh. See what I'm saying? Yo, I don't know how many of us are doing that, but everything in our bodies works better with water. You see what I'm saying? Because our bodies are made up. And again, I'll look it up. I'll probably tell you next time, or maybe one of the morning motivations. I think it's like 75% water, maybe more. You see what I'm saying? So check it. When we're eating food, even if it's good food, you need to drink water because it needs to pass its way through. If you're taking multivitamins, if you're taking nutritional supplements, whatever, you got to drink a whole bunch of water because it needs to work its way through. Your dry skin, drink water. Scratchy throat, drink water. Cramps, drink water. You see what I'm saying? Shoot, my prior service days, you break a leg. Great, drink water, drive on, right? And obviously that's a little bit extreme, but drink water. If you want to join I don't want to call it a challenge. If you want to join the lifestyle change, it's a movement, right? Same thing as Watch Me Make It Happen. You want to join the movement in a small way, right? Jump on the water warriors. I think about something better, right? But hit me up in my comments. Send me a message, right? We getting this water drinking going, right? We're going to try to get everybody hydrated. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, if water is what our body is made of, it makes sense that we got to tackle that first. And it's a small enough goal that we can have some continued successes. We can track them and we can make it happen, right? So without a series of failures, we'll see no success, right? At least no sustained success, because we got to learn, right? We got to learn from difficult times, because inevitably difficult times will come. And if we haven't learned how to deal with our difficult times throughout the course of the years, when you finally hit one and you're successful, man, that thing can break down the whole castle. You see what I'm saying? Last one is like a triplicate. Read, learn, listen, and reflect. Anything that you can do to keep your vocabulary going, to keep the juices flowing as far as communication, and that's where you read, right? That's just knowing better words to be able to communicate the same thing, so that depending on what kind of crowd or what kind of audience you're in, you'll be able to communicate effectively, right? While you read and learn. When you're having conversations with people, don't necessarily go to talk first, right? Listen, because you can learn a lot just by listening. And after everything it is that you do, after everything it is that you listen to, that happens to you, after everything, reflect. Telling you, at night, it takes me a long time to fall asleep, because I'll be reflecting on everything it is that I did, everything it is that I said, everything it is that somebody said to me, every emotion that I had, every emotion that I believe I invoked upon somebody else. You see what I'm saying? And I think to myself, was it good? Was it bad? What could I have done better? Where are my areas of opportunity? You know what I'm saying? Again, you might know that as an AAR, but I do that on my life all the time, right? Check this out. Jim Rohn, I believe his last name is Rohn. I think that's the way it sounds, right? He's a longtime motivational speaker. He said, if you work harder on your job, you can make a living. But if you work harder on yourself, you can make a fortune. So let's go. If you're trying to work harder on your life and you want to get that fortune, you want to be rich, right? And I'm not necessarily saying rich cash. I'm saying rich in life. If you want to have a wife or a husband or a boyfriend or a girlfriend that loves you and thinks that you're the bomb, right? Thinks that you are it. If you want kids to run to the door when you come home, if you want to have whatever cash it is that you're looking for in the bank account, if you want to have that dream job, if you want to lose that weight, if you want to stop smoking, if you want to get diesel, if you want to get whatever, if you're trying to graduate high school, you're trying to graduate college, you're trying to become a doctor, you're trying to pass the bar, I don't care what it is, we can do this, right? Hit me up, all right? Because we're going to make it happen together. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why none of us are reaching our goals. It seems to me like we're working a whole lot harder for somebody else than we're working on ourselves. And I'm telling you right now, that's got to stop. I'm not saying be derelict of your duties over here in the career field that you got or something like that. But if you got other goals, stop making yourself number two. You see what I'm saying? You are made to do amazing things, and no one else is made to do the same exact thing is that you are. Recognize that, all right? Start looking to see why it is that you even got these goals, because if you got goals, there's a reason for them. Let's clearly define them, right? Anyway, check this out. What we doing first and foremost on this Make It Happen Monday thing is we doing that water challenge, right? And I don't know if it's going to be Water Warriors or whatever, but I'm going to keep y'all informed. We're going to track our goals. We're going to make it happen, all right? So, my name is Pablo Rivera. I believe in you. I know you can do it, okay? You believe in yourself now. You got to believe in yourself and know that you can do it. Whatever it is that your goal is, if you got a picture of something, of a car, of a house, of a bank, if it's a number, if it's a job, if it's the water, whatever it is, get in front of the mirror, hold it up in front of it, tell yourself what you need to do, and then say, watch me make it happen. Put it down, drop the mic, and get up out of there, and you got a whole week to get it done. You know what I'm saying? Today's Monday. You got 7 days until next Monday. All we're looking for is a little bit of progress, right? Incremental changes, GPO, gradual progressive overload. Let's start making a living, working on ourselves so that we can get that fortune. All right? Until next time, I know you can do it. My name is Pablo Rivera. Watch me make it happen.
A level head on my shoulders when I'm in motion. I'm focused, thoroughly thought of my plans and the execution. You notice, ain't no time to think about it, only time to react. Your intuition under pressure, weighing down on your back. I scribble thoughts in my palm, I see it when I get home. Organize my inner visions while I'm chilling and calm. A politician's mind state, that means I'm nice on my